Okay, wait. Am I centered? Okay. Quiet on the set. Hello. And welcome to another episode. Wait. This is the first tutorial, right? The first rules. Okay. You know what? Don't judge me, girl. Hit the intro. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today for this first video tutorial. This is the look that we're going for. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I love bright colors on my skin. My melanin pops, it glows, it's gorgeous. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First, I'm just brushing out my brows to tame them. Then I'm going in with L'Oreal's Unbelieva brow. And I'm starting in the middle of my eyebrow and I'm working my way to the tip. And I'm pushing it out just a little bit more so I can shape the brow. Also, when you're doing your eyebrows, make sure that you're going just above the hairline and below the hairline so that when it comes time for you to clean up, you will have room to do so. Now I'm taking my spoolie and I am fading out those harsh lines and brushing in that product. Now I'm going in with my Studio Finish MAC Concealer Pod and I'm just cleaning up my eyebrows at the bottom and at the top. This is why I said before, make sure when you're doing your eyebrows to always go just below the hairline when you're putting on your pomade and just above your hairline when you're putting it on, because it makes cleanup a little bit more precise and a little bit more cleaner. Now I'm concealing the top of my eyebrow, and when I do this, I dip it back into the product and I flip my brush upside down and I guide my way down slowly for a precise finish. Now I'm using Anastasia's eyeshadow primer. This is their newest one. I think it's a replica of P. Louise or something close to, but it is a very, 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 very great primer. It makes my colors and my shadows pop. And I am working that product into my eyelids with a buffer brush from Sephora. Then I got a beauty blender and I just blended out those harsh concealer lines at the top of my eyebrow. And this is where the fun begins. Going into that Zulu palette from Juvia's Place, and I dipped it into that purple, working that purple above my crease and on my outer V of my eyelid. Hit them with the V. The V is considered the outer eyelid. Now I'm going into this box of crayons case and I'm going into that deep plum. Shout out to Super. And I'm working that deep plum on my outer eyelid. Going back into that same palette, and I am getting this magenta reddish color. And I'm buffing out those harsh lines from that purple with this color just to fade it into the brow bone a little bit more. This is Kat Von D's eyeshadow primer. This is a great primer. They discontinued it. Surprisingly, I had like 2 or 3 of them. And I am cutting my crease with that eyeshadow base. I'm not quite sure the name of the brush. It is a Morphe brush though. I'll have it listed in the tools, but I don't know the name of it. And so I'm cutting that crease. You want to be very careful. When I cut my crease, I always say use the smallest brush possible for me, because I know how sloppy I can be sometimes. I'm just keeping it real. All I'm saying, girl, is this. Cut your crease with a small brush. Then I went back in with that brush just to fade out those lines, because this is like a half cut crease, not a whole one. And went back in with those 2 colors and faded those harsh lines out for the concealer. Isn't that so neat? Next, I dipped back into the crayon case palette, and I dipped into that yellow, and I am patting, not rubbing, but I'm patting that color into that crease, into that cut. Pat. You pack it on, because if you rub it, then you're going to rub the product off and it's going to look splotchy. We don't want it to look splotchy. Next, I went into this Juvia's Place palette. It's called Festival, and I dipped into that orange that you see. And I'm just flipping the brush back and forth between yellow and orange just to make sure that that color is faded. We want to make sure that we work on blending. Blending is key, honey. Blending is key, girl. Going back into that Festival palette for that pink. And I am, again, flipping between brushes, between that orange and that pink. I had to kind of pull my eyelid down just to make sure that I got it all up in there. Then go back with that brush with the purple and then just rub it in again. Just make sure that you're blending that out again. Then go back with that brush again and just blend out those harsh lines. Now I'm going to line my eyes with this electric blue NYX Cosmetics eyeliner. And as you can see, I have tape on each side of my eyes. The tape is my guide for my wing liner. Now, some people don't really need it. I use it because for me, it's just more convenient. So I usually put the tape on before I put on my foundation. And now I'm using another eyeliner from NYX Cosmetics. This one is actually a glitter-based liner, and I'm just lining that crease just to make the cut crease pop a little bit more. And now I'm popping on some lashes scrub. And I'm going to blend my lashes in with Better Than Sex mascara to blend my fake lashes in with my real lashes. And now let's get on to the face. So for primer, I'm using Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer by NYX Cosmetics. And I'm just dousing that onto my face and I'm rubbing that in. And I let it sit for at least a minute or two so that it can go ahead and seep into the skin. So all those pores can be covered. Next, I'm using Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is number 28, Clove. And I'm just splotching that all over my face. I went in with this Morphe brush and now I'm just patting that foundation into my skin. We're gonna speed this thing up a little bit because that, it can take a while with the blending. Yes, honey, look at that skin. I'm gonna also put on here, you guys, a skincare routine that I use because I also use Clinique for my skin. And I'm going to put that routine on here soon. You guys let me know what you want to see, what you want to know. And we're going to get it popping. Next, I went in with Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer. This is in the color Cappuccino. And when it comes to concealer, I don't really use a really bright concealer under my eyes. I keep it simple, I keep it cute. Now I'm just going in with the Beauty Blender and completely patting my life away to blend in my highlight. And next I'm using the Super Stay Foundation Stick by Maybelline. This is in the number 380 Espresso, and this is to do my contour. Now I'm very modest with my products. I don't use a whole lot because I don't want anything to get messy, and I like to just keep it nice and simple because a little bit of product goes a very long way. And now I'm blending in that nose contour with the regular eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going back and forth from the inner eye to the end of the nose just to make sure that everything is blended out. And then to set this contour, I went into the Juvia's Place Dulce palette and I chose the darkest color in there just to set that contour. To set my concealer, I went in with NYX Cosmetics Can't Stop, Won't Stop Setting Powder. This is in medium deep. And I just decided to use medium deep and I just, set the whole face. Now I'm doing a smoky eye and I went back in with that purple from the Juvia's Place palette. And for my highlights, I use NYX Cosmetics again. Those are my peeps. I love you so, Mochi, whatever that is. I don't know what it is, but that's what I use. For the lips, I use Pinky Promise by Dose of Colors. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page. Also, follow me on Instagram at Danielle_Nekole. Search for me on Facebook, Danielle_Nekole Tutorials. Until then, I'll see y'all next time. Bye. And I'm out.